Now, if you know the conjunction words, such as one of these, it will greatly improve the quality of your SBL exam answer. I always tell my students, use one of these 5 in your answer in each of your points, because it means that, for example, it's likely that, therefore. Now, this is what I mean by the storytelling technique. However, we use different words in different situations. Let me just give you an example. When do we use because? I would say that when we explain why this happens. So usually, like when we are analyzing the financial figures, for example, our revenue is down by 15%. Why? Because we did not, let's say, invest in the e-commerce platform. So we are left behind. Now, when do we use it means that? Well, we will use the second one when we are explaining the impact onto the business. Now, an example could be, let's say, the website is usually down. It means that on that particular day, the customer will go to the competitor to buy their product rather than coming to our firm, which means the impact onto the business. When do we use for example? Well, I would say that it's from the ACCA information really. So for example, from the ACCA information that you may be told that the internal control environment is quite poor. And then you will need to expand on that. For example, that the employees are not following the rules. That's how you expand your answer. When do we use it's likely that? Well, I would tell my students when you are predicting something that you can use it's likely that. So for example, that the government may pass a new legislation on green stuff. Alright, it's likely that the taxes will increase next year, will reduce our profit down. Alright, so some things that you're predicting. So you can use it's likely that. Finally, when do we use therefore? Well, I would say that if you were to recommend something, that you can use therefore. Okay, so for example, we didn't have enough cash. We've got lots and lots of debt. Therefore, managers should consider the risk attitude before finalizing the decision, and especially regarding the investments and the potential financing strategies. Hope this helps.